With Daniel Ricciardo's name being mentioned for a seat at Haas, would it be the right move for the Honey Badger? That's what we're going to see in this video, so do be sure to stay until the end, and of course please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, we do appreciate it. Daniel Ricciardo has been enjoying his summer break by touring one of his favourite countries, the United States. But as he boards the plane back to Europe, he'll be going back to a far less relaxing environment and back into the intense fire that the F1 circus can be. In the last 3 weeks, his life has been flipped upside down. Fernando Alonso's move from Aston Martin triggered a series of dominoes falling in the sport, but if reports are to be believed, it's Ricciardo's domino which has fallen off the table. McLaren have kept quiet, as has the Australian, but the whole world seems to have agreed that he has been told his services are no longer required with the team beyond the end of this season, which in itself poses another question. What comes next for Formula One's most personable driver? While Ricciardo captured the hearts of fans, especially those that came through the Drive to Survive funnel, it was not his charisma alone that landed him a place on the F1 grid. The Honey Badger gathered a reputation of being a late-breaking, daring driver that saw him finish P3 in the driver's standings during his time at Red Bull. But looking back, it's almost as if it was another driver diving face-first into a Monaco swimming pool. The Renault offer that came to him did provide a handsome payday, but it also gave Ricciardo the opportunity to be the main man in a team, and one that a car can be moulded around. When he was facing a decision of whether to stay or go to McLaren, he no doubt had Renault's then uncertain future in the sport in mind, and believed the time was right to move to the MTC. And now, as he asks himself what comes next, a new team has emerged as a potential suitor. On paper, a move back to Renault, now called Alpine, looks the safest and smartest choice for Ricciardo. But for someone whose career was characterized by daring moves, would a move to Haas be more enticing? At Haas, it will be different, and while he may not be the clear outright number one driver over Kevin Magnussen to begin with, he will definitely not be the number two. This provides a driver with more options and gives him a greater input when it comes to car development, something he's sorely missed at McLaren. On a personal note, it may be very appealing for Ricciardo to be able to spend more time in two countries that are very close to him, the US and Italy. The Australian has made no secret of his love for the States, and as previously mentioned, he would like to live there post-F1. So, a move to Haas with their main headquarters in North Carolina may be the perfect halfway house. Haas, two other locations in England and Italy, provide him with some well-known home comforts. Ricciardo has spent plenty of his career working in England, and he also has an Italian heritage with his father originally hailing from there. But there are also negatives for Ricciardo opting to move to Haas. For starters, he would no doubt have to accept a smaller contract, given Haas' continual financial problems, and he would have to relinquish any notion of being a world champion in the future, something that he may not have to do if he opts for a move to Alpine. As Ricciardo attempts to navigate what looks to be the last 9 races of his McLaren career, he will do so whilst having to decide his future. At the age of 33, his career is by no means over, but another wrong move and that may be the last we see of the Honey Badger in F1.